My name's Katie. I'm from Vacaville, California, and I am 19 years old. So in about a week, on August 31st, I will start my sophomore year at Sacramento State University. I study speech pathology and audiology, and I'm also minoring in deaf studies and American Sign Language. It's quite the mouthful. But it's really interesting because I spent a lot of my childhood in a hospital. Not just with my muscular dystrophy, I had some other stuff going on too. But I really got to love the medical profession, and I really appreciate it and all the people who are in it. So I really want to be able to give back and do something like that myself. I think I'd really want to work with stroke patients in like a hospital setting. With a degree in speech pathology, I really have a lot of options. If I really wanted to, I could work with children. I'm not really sure how well I'd be at that. I like kids and everything. I'm not really sure I'd want the whole job centered around them. But I really want to be able to help people, like the people who helped me when I was in the hospital. So I think it'd be really gratifying if I was able to get a job in a hospital setting. If I was to get a job in a hospital setting, I'd have to go to graduate school. And they recommended to me that if I wanted to be in a hospital setting, that I should start early and start volunteering in a hospital. So that's what I've been doing this summer. I recently started volunteering at the local hospital close to my parents' house. And I've been doing that about once or twice a week. And I really like it so far. I get to wear a really cool uniform and a little badge that gets me into like the ER and the ICU and everything. And the job isn't glamorous by any means. I basically just sit at the front desk for 3 hours. But I also get to interact with a lot of people and learn about people, and I'm familiar with the hospital now. I recognize a lot of the nurses and the faculty, so that's really nice. And I'm really excited to keep volunteering there for the next 3 years. The type of muscular dystrophy I have is mitochondrial myopathy. And that's not a definite diagnosis. They're not really sure what I have. But that's pretty much as close as they can get to an actual diagnosis. It wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I was actually diagnosed. Before that, I'd had many biopsies and many surgeries to try and fix what I had. They thought I had congenital myopathy, which really doesn't tell you anything about my disability. So my diagnosis is pretty new. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what I have, although the only test that there really is left is a DNA test. And that's not really going to give me any answers. So mitochondrial myopathy affects the mitochondria in my cells, which basically supply the power to my whole body. So essentially this disease makes me very weak all the time. I can't do any exercise or anything because it makes me a lot worse. And I once played Wii tennis for 4 days straight and couldn't move my arm for 2 days. As of right now, my disability has pretty much leveled off, so I haven't gotten worse in a while. The only thing that has really changed is my lung capacity. My disability really affects my lungs and my breathing, and right now, at being 19 years old, my lung capacity is a little less than 50%, so that's not the best. But I'm getting some equipment and everything to try and help keep that as high as possible, especially when I'm sick. Because when I'm sick, I'm very sick. Being disabled and independent at the same time can be very challenging. I live in a dorm, or a dorm-like building, with my university, and I have to hire personal care attendants to come take care of me in the morning and at night. They usually don't help me too much because I'm pretty independent myself, but they help me with like getting dressed, getting some meals ready, that kind of things. So the main way that I stay independent is that I'm actually able to drive myself around. So to and from school and to my volunteering. I drive a 2010 Honda Element that's bright orange, which is pretty cool. There's no passenger seat in it. I park my chair in the passenger seat, and then I transfer to the driver's seat. I'm fortunate enough not to need hand controls at this moment, or any special pedals. All I have are pedal extensions because my legs are kind of short. Funny story time. When I was probably around maybe like 8 years old, and I used to ride ATVs a lot. with my brother and my family. So one time we went up to my grandparents' friend's ranch, and they had a bunch of cows and like this really big field. And so we brought our ATVs along because we were there for a couple days. And I think it was the last day. My brother and I were in a field that the cows used to be in, and we were riding around really fast and we were racing. And my disability affects my balance. So if I'm not holding on too tight or I move too fast, I can kind of get off balance. So my brother and I were racing, and I rounded a corner way too fast, and I fell off my bike right into a big pile of cow poop. And I was covered from like head to toe, like all over my helmet and my jersey and my pants, and like all over my bike, just cow shit everywhere. And it was so bad. And so I couldn't get up. So my parents had to come and pick me up, their little 8-year-old daughter covered in cow shit, so that I could go take a bath. True story. So in my free time, I mainly Netflix. I also enjoy sleep, like a lot of people. And I really enjoy watching lots of different YouTubes. Lately I've been really into like makeup related YouTube. I'm basically addicted to Sephora and Ulta. I also like piercing and tattoo related videos. I have a couple piercings and one tattoo. I definitely want more in the future, so I'm always researching. Thanks for watching, guys, and look out for our next video. See you later.
You know it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive.